There are a lot of working parts to civilization. Ladies and gentlemen, it is May Day, 5/15/2020, and it looks like Mother Nature is about to take center stage and headlines. So, it's best to stay prepared, stay aware, and be cool. There's been a lot of talk about a bunch of people moving to Texas. And so hopefully you will be cool, because a good sense of humor is going a long way in all things. And I'm having a hard time talking, but are you checking out what is happening in the satellites? Texas, you're under high alert. Everybody, you're under high alert. We got what could be, should be, probably will be tropical storm, subtropical storm, hurricane, depression, Arthur. Where will it go? Nobody knows. But you also have this giant front and then a Gulf of Mexico front popping off with a big storm rushing in with atmospheric river components to the Pacific Northwest. And we just had a 6.5 earthquake in Nevada, which is, I think the earthquake is around here. And so you had a bigger earthquake here, and then you have two atmospheric moisture jets popping out of the Oklahoma, Kansas-ish, is in Nebraska. And then down in the Gulf, under the boot of Louisiana. And then we got this giant, will probably be some type of Mayan space bird in our atmosphere blowing up off of the East Coast. And we are on day 3 of Venus retrograde, which I talked about all year. And we're looking out for super weird weather during the week of Venus retrograde. So we're going from Act 1 now to soon we'll be in Act 2 of this 3-act structure, which will be this week to the weekend and then into the week next week. So stay tuned as I try to bring you all the information, and there's a lot happening. We had a foot of rain in South Texas yesterday, and so nobody said, hey, you're going to be getting a foot of rain. And so everybody out there, be prepared for like a surprise foot of rain or just an extra half foot in some places, because it's 2020 and no one knows what is going to happen next. We are in post-Prometheus electric industrial age uncharted waters. We've also got Vongfong, which is a typhoon that rolled through the Philippines and is probably headed towards Bangladesh and India. So I personally am super obsessed with Arthur. Because I've always been obsessed with King Arthur as a kid. And I think a lot of my dating choices came from the Arthurian legends. I tried to learn from his mistakes. Because if you're going to choose your romantic mate that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you got to choose wisely. It might even be the most important decision you ever make in your entire life. Right? So that combined with Venus retrograde has got me personally super tripping, because I'm single with no kids. But I'm doing my best to protect you, your family, your kids, if you got them, your friends, and keep it all together in the grand transition we know as 2020. They unfurled the Space Force flag today, and I've been doing my best as your planetary defense commander since about 2015. So look at that heavy rain for South Texas. And watch the way Arthur jumps. Can you see that? So, I don't know. It's got a very heavy Star Trek emblem feel to it. And in Star Trek, they ended all World War and started a space exploration unit, which had Captain Kirk and Spock and the rest of the gang. Ooh, hurrah. Well, yeah, look at that heavy rain in Texas. And then we were watching, and it goes and nudges and kisses the very tip of the OBX, Carolinas, and then pops out to kiss the like two nodes. Like let's say these are nipples, for lack of a better term. So you got these two nipples here, and so it's like Arthur goes and kisses both nipples, because like the old King Arthur in legend, he had dalliances with multiple women, So obviously he's very boob centric. I'm trying to keep it together. But did you see that floody water heading over Texas? That is one of the reasons we got a big red alert, especially after the 12 inches of rain we got in some spots. And I heard some pretty amazing thunder moments ago out on my Texas porch. So yeah, and then we got a atmospheric river storm coming into the West Coast. Kind of look like a shark dolphin. The storm in the middle, my opinion. Is definitely a smoke 'em if you got 'em situation, in my opinion. And I'm living one cigarette pack at a time. I'll admit, as your planetary defense commander, my smoking and drinking has definitely been up in 2020. Would I call them essential tools to planetary defense commanding in 2020? Yeah, because it's about keeping it together and staying cool. And every little bit helps. And so thank you to everybody out there help keeping me in smokes and beer, electricity, and breath. But what we're looking at here is like what the models are showing up, which could be a Category 5 equivalent typhoon heading towards Bangladesh, India. And then at the bottom, you got it's counter coast storm that goes and hits Australia. I think that's Australia. If it's not Australia, I apologize for looking like a geographic fool. I've not done much world traveling in my lifetime. No, I hope things will improve. And in 2022, I'm going to do some major outside the United States traveling. But look at that, dude. So you got that giant typhoon. And then boom, look at the one underneath down here form. And that goes and like whacks into Australia. So this is, when I say, hey, everybody, you know, we're the Asteroid Fight Club style. We're going to be watching the week after Venus goes retrograde, especially with Jupiter going retrograde, Saturn going retrograde, Pluto going retrograde. And it's that week we're like, the week after that happens, the super watch starts on the 14th. So yeah, we're in now. And so I don't know what Arthur's going to do, but we're pretty confident that one is going to be anywhere between, it's going to be a major storm. And that area has potential to have major storm surge issues. And who knows what intensity Arthur is going to get to. There are like rogue arguments and fights happening. American atmospheric defense for a year has been exceptional so far. I hope that does not change. And I personally really like the new Space Force official flag. It has heavy Star Trek connotations to it. But I'm okay with Star Trek because in Star Trek they gave up all war and they quote unquote mastered the space around them. So we are all in this together, man. And that weather season sometimes can be way more interesting than political season. And that this is all happening during the middle of a plague that is hitting our country. So I would definitely play good defense, and we all own this together, and that we are all Space Force now. I mean, check out those dew points, Betty. You know what I'm saying? Our solar system and our atmosphere is a strange and magical place. And the activity is definitely going up a notch. So pretty please stay cool. Be kind and help do what you can to keep it all together. Civilization. It takes giant teamwork, man. It totally looks like a dragon to me. So you got a dragon with severe weather possibilities in its head and severe weather possibilities in its tail. Or dragon butt. All right. I don't want to get too sexy. So yeah, we are on Super Asteroid Fight Club. High red alert, red alert, red alert. Be cool. And remember, your imagination and your thoughts and your actions help create our future together. And this is definitely an action Jackson zone happening right now. All right? An action Jackson shown right now. Because emotional quantum mechanics are taking place. And together, we make up the human race. All right, everybody stay cool. I'll be around town bringing you the business. Asterisk. A brother from another mother took me to get Taco Bell. I wore a mask. We went inside. It was a great experience. Thank you, Taco Bell. And man, your crunchy tacos are so good. Plus, they're mild sauce. And people have been like, doom, 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 be doom, be doom, 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 wah, since like 1999. I think we're going to make it. We're going to have rough patches for sure. And we're definitely losing people in large numbers to the plague. But I still have faith we'll pull it together. At going to Taco Bell had a very Merry Christmas vibe to it today. Like the ghost of Christmas past or future. Going to Taco Bell was like, yeah, dude, this is awesome. And Rose, my 92-year-old neighbor, gave me some of the best cake I'd ever had yesterday. So y'all are awesome. I try to be awesome. And we keep everybody fed. Then things will work out. Stay cool. It's amazing how much animals love human beings, you know? A lot of us are worth it. Tropical storm invest, subtropical depression, King Arthur. What will happen next? Stay tuned. Air Force pilot crashed today, but the plane crashed. He survived. So I am grateful for that. And remember, like Hurricane Michael, it hit an Air Force base. So Venus retrograde and Air Force connections. Okay, here we go. I love you, Venus. Arthur is totally worth watching. Earth is like a big high school, and now we have to save the day. Okay, here we go. Great.